Okay, 6 o'clock.
Mary Wells,
Here.
Kathy Wood,
Here.
Anthony Campbell,
Here.
Dan Milligan,
Here.
Justin Thompson,
Here.
Leon Kaufman, Jim McLaughlin,
Here.
6-0, we have quorum.
Okay, stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Kathy, would you like to give the invitation this evening?
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful day today, Lord. I pray, God, that you be with us this evening. Things that are said here and done here tonight are just in your hands, Lord. I pray, God, that you just be with each person that's here tonight. Bless each person, and may we go forth, Lord, and tell the people about you, Jesus. Amen.
I need a motion to adopt the agenda.
So moved.
I'd like to make a change before we adopt it.
Okay, what change would you like to make?
Starting in closed session, start open session, the closed session before.
Okay, so you have a matter like...
Yeah, and still we can go over closed session if you like.
Okay.
Are you making that motion?
Yes.
I'll second.
Kathy Wood, Anthony Campbell,
Yes.
Dan Milligan,
Yes.
Justin Thompson,
Yes.
Leon Kaufman,
Yes.
Jim McLaughlin, passed 6-0.
So we'll go ahead and ratify the bills. And then go into the closed session. Is that all right? I think everyone got those in their email. Any questions on the bills?
Make a motion to approve bills.
Second.
Kathy Wood,
Yes.
Anthony Campbell,
Yes.
Dan Milligan,
Yes.
Justin Thompson,
Yes.
Leon Kaufman,
Yes.
Jim McLaughlin, passed 6-0.
I need a motion to go into closed.
So moved.
Close. Second.
Kathy Wood,
Yes.
Anthony Campbell,
Yes.
Dan Milligan,
Yes.
Justin Thompson,
Yes.
Leon Kaufman,
Yes.
Jim McLaughlin, 6-0, we're in closed.
And this is strictly council?
Yeah, that's.
Okay. Mayor and the attorney. Okay, any questions, go back into open session?
Second.
Besides one, really good.
Second, Kathy Wood,
Yes.
Anthony Campbell,
Yes.
Dan Milligan,
Yes.
Justin Thompson,
Yes.
Leon Kaufman,
We're back into open session.
Yes.
Leon,
Go back into open session.
Oh, yes.
Jim? 6-0. We're backing up in at 6:19.
I can't hear. How loud?
Okay, the minutes from the April 13.
I've read it, if there's no add or take away, I'll make a motion to approve that.
Second.
Kathy Wood?
Yes.
Anthony Campbell?
Yes.
Dan Milligan?
Yes.
Justin Thompson?
Yes.
Leona Kaufman?
Yes.
Jim McLaughlin?
Yes.
Passed 6-0.
So the next two ordinances involve the Public Water Supply Act 3. Do we have any questions, comments on the ordinances for the council? I need a motion for a first reading by title only.
I make a motion for bill number 2026-0089 by title only.
Second.
Kathy Wood?
Yes.
Anthony Campbell?
Yes.
Dan Milligan?
Yes.
Justin Thompson?
Yes.
Leona Kaufman?
Yes.
Jim McLaughlin?
Yes.
Passed 6-0.
An ordinance accepting certain water line easements for public water utility purposes. Need a motion for a second reading?
I make a motion for the second reading of bill number 2026-0089 by title only.
Second.
Kathy Wood?
Yes.
Anthony Campbell?
Yes.
Dan Milligan?
Yes.
Justin Thompson?
Yes.
Leona Kaufman?
Yes.
Jim McLaughlin?
Yes.
Passed 6-0.
An ordinance accepting certain water line easements for public water utility purposes. Need a motion to approve.
So,
Second.
Kathy Wood?
Yes.
Anthony Campbell?
Yes.
Dan Milligan?
Yes.
Justin Thompson?
yes.
Leona Kaufman?
Yes.
Jim McLaughlin?
Yes.
Passed 6-0.
Yep.
I make a motion for the first reading of bill number 2026-0090 by title only.
Second.
Kathy Wood?
Yes.
Anthony Campbell?
Yes.
Dan Milligan?
Yes.
Justin Thompson?
Yes.
Leona Kaufman?
Yes.
Jim McLaughlin?
Yes.
Passed 6-0.
An ordinance acknowledging and approving the transfer of certain water lines and related water system infrastructure from Public Water Supply District Number 3 of Pulaski County, Missouri to the City of Dixon, Missouri, and authorizing the mayor to execute all necessary documents related thereto. Need a motion for a second reading?
I make a motion for a second reading of bill number 2026-0090 by title only.
Second.
Kathy Wood?
Yes.
Anthony Campbell?
Yes.
Dan Milligan?
Yes.
Justin Thompson?
Yes.
Leona Kaufman?
Yes.
Jim McLaughlin?
Yes.
Passed 6-0.
An ordinance acknowledging and approving the transfer of certain water lines and related water system infrastructure from Public Water Supply District Number 3 of Pulaski County, Missouri to the City of Dixon, Missouri, and authorizing the mayor to execute all necessary documents related thereto. Need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Kathy Wood?
Yes.
Anthony Campbell?
Yes.
Dan Milligan?
Yes.
Justin Thompson?
Yes.
Leona Kaufman?
Yes.
Jim McLaughlin?
Yes.
Passed 6-0.
I make a motion for the first reading of bill number 2026-0091 by title only.
We'll read this one over for a second.
We're gonna hold.
Hold on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think, might have some questions or comments. These are the business licenses.
We would change it, we would do.
You can hold the motion.
Just hold your motion. We'll hold Anthony's motion for a second.
Kathy Wood,
Yes.
Anthony Campbell,
Yes.
Dan Milligan,
Yes.
Justin Thompson,
Yes.
Leanna Kaufman,
Yes.
Jim McLaughlin, pass 6-0.
An ordinance amending ordinance number 236, section 10 of the City of Dixon, Missouri, relating to business licenses and defining merchant. Motion for second reading.
Make a motion for second reading, bill 2026-0092.
Second.
There were only one.
Yeah, that's not.
Kathy Wood,
Yes.
Anthony Campbell,
Yes.
Dan Milligan,
Yes.
Justin Thompson,
Yes.
Leanna Kaufman,
Yes.
Jim McLaughlin,
Yes.
pass 6-0.
An ordinance amending ordinance number 236, section 10 of the City of Dixon, Missouri, relating to business licenses and defining merchant. Need a
I have a
motion?
question. Does this pertain to firearms and knives and stuff too?
What?
Do they have to have a special license for firearms and knives? Or does it just fall under the business license section?
I don't think so.
Are you asking for the sale of that?
Yeah.
If there's a
I mean, if it's a place that's, I mean, I know someone that's, and he's renting this place, or trying to get it rented, and he sells, when we have events, he sells knives and guns at his place.
I mean, as long as they're adhering to the federal regulations of that, it would still be covered under temporary business and vendors.
But they have to have some kind of a permit
But
to own them, to sell them.
not from us.
No, not from us.
They have to follow federal regulations about it.
Where we at? Motion to approve. Where are we?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Kathy Wood,
Yes.
Anthony Campbell,
Yes.
Dan Milligan,
Yes.
Justin Thompson,
Yes.
Leanna Kaufman,
Yes.
Jim McLaughlin,
Yes.
pass 6-0.
26/0092 for first reading title only.
Second.
Kathy Wood,
Yes.
Anthony Campbell,
Yes.
Dan Milligan,
Yes.
Justin Thompson,
Yes.
Leon Kaufman,
Yes.
Jim McLaughlin,
Yes.
passed 6-0.
An ordinance amending ordinance number 234, establishing penalties for failure to timely procure annual city business license required by the ordinances of the City of Dixon, and providing for an effective date thereof, sorry. I need a motion for a second reading.
Make a motion for second reading on bill number 2026-0092 by title only.
Second.
Kathy Wood,
Yes.
Anthony Campbell,
Yes.
Dan Milligan,
Yes.
Justin Thompson,
Yes.
Leon Kaufman,
Yes.
Jim McLaughlin,
Yes.
passed 6-0.
An ordinance amending ordinance number 324, establishing penalties for failure to timely procure annual city business license required by the ordinances of the City of Dixon, and providing for an effective date thereof. I need a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second, I'm sorry.
Sorry, man.
Kathy Wood,
Yes.
Anthony Campbell,
Yes.
Dan Milligan, Justin Thompson,
Yes.
Leon Kaufman,
Yes.
Jim McLaughlin,
Yes.
passed 6-0.
All right, soccer club. I think we asked you guys to be here this evening. Because I know you'd asked for some funds. We had our budget workshop. We have no funds. I mean, we're still planning on doing like the in-kind, the guys helping, you know, any kind of supplies that you might need in the commercial sense, you know, see if Nate can help you out or that kind of thing. We did have questions about the building. Or do you plan on insuring the building?
We were, yes.
Okay,
And that's where one of the, I come up and ask for a special use permit.
yeah,
So that way we can build a building on city property, but
Yeah.
that way we can still insure it.
okay,
So I
okay.
don't know, some of the reading was like it had to be voted on, and then possibly look at the lawyer and see how that works.
Well, and I think the other thing was the concrete company was wanting something
Before
from
they would
us.
start dumping, they just wanted an agreement between the city and the soccer club, saying you can go down there, tear up your ground, and pour concrete and start putting sticks up.
Okay, so they want a written agreement from us.
Yeah, just
Okay.
from you to us, so they said a special use permit is generally what happens if you're going.
Just a permit?
Yeah, it's basically like a lease, without a lease, it's saying we can put a building here, we own the building and the contents, but the city owns the soil.
Okay. And if you abandon it,
Then it
okay.
becomes yours.
Does anybody have any questions? Okay. So we're good with, as the council, I want to ask if you're good with, if the permit's not enough for the concrete company, if I sign something, if we write something up and then everybody's good with that?
I don't want to hold it up, guys. It's just
No.
a weird time for us right now.
Yeah, and
It's not nothing against the soccer club right here. I know everyone here will do it, I think. Yeah, we're gonna try to make our side as easy as we can for you guys to get it started.
and money comes available.
Correct.
You know,
I mean, we plan on starting, I mean, that last high school game is Thursday.
they're just sticking on the road.
Want to do
We're
that?
wanting to get it rolling before next season, at least have it done and functional.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, have you got the permit already? or-
No, because that's what we're
Okay,
finishing.
just come
Last
see
Friday.
it tomorrow, or whenever you
Yeah,
need.
just need something written down, giving us permission
Yeah.
to proceed.
All permits won't be like specific in.
What it says?
No, I would say they'll need something in writing. Our permit is,
Okay.
it doesn't.
It's
say
just a
that.
basic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully we-
There's been a lot of talks within the league that we play in, which I have to go to that in the season, meeting, that they're gonna wanna host everything here. So it'll be every weekend, every year.
Sweet.
So it's still, it's property that you
Yeah,
this
that's the way it is. I had a lot of different town reps and different board members come to me saying that
If
Or
we,
it's gonna get brought up that they're gonna try to move everything here.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
So the need for a good back.
yes.
Oh, yeah, we 100%. So I may have, I don't know which one of you, Robert, or Kelly, when they work with you, we get something over. Is that okay? And then finally decide if it's
So with like cotton, so say fitting, so like any commercial side, so plumbing, fittings, anything, so the city can kind of balance some of that cost. If there's not.
maybe, I mean, if it's something we have, or maybe,
I'm sure it'd be stuff we have.
yeah,
So if gravel, we can cut that cost out for the concrete kind of thing.
for the gravel.
Yeah.
I don't know, how much gravel do you have? You're probably pretty good, you think?
We can probably make it work.
Okay.
Just
get with me.
Yeah.
I can't promise anything, but
Yeah,
parks is not a big revenue for us, so, we'll do what we can.
And it's-
yeah, the week or go-to guy. That's all.
That come up, work with Ms. Kelly.
Yeah, on what we need wrote up for the concrete company, and then we'll get it signed.
Yeah, there was others too that were coming to do work because they're donating.
Yeah,
Their labor.
and if you have like a blanket thing you want to do, or, yeah, but I know a lot of them want permission,
Yeah, before they come and start doing stuff.
because then they don't want, they have down there, what do you do?
Even us to do it. Like, I'm not saying the city would do it, but if we went down there and started building, we'd spend $18,000, and I'm like, oh no, we want it now. I
Yeah,
know it leaves a sour taste, but
yeah.
it's more kind of reassurance for us as well as whoever else is coming down doing work on it too.
Because they're donating it to you, not to us.
Correct.
Yeah, and we'll make sure we put that in there, so that's clear.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Thanks for coming by.
Baseball.
Yeah, now you gotta do that. I don't even know where mine are.
Is this Alexandra? Are you here? Yes. Yeah, okay, I'll just wherever. Do you need a microphone or?
Oh, absolutely. What I'm going to say, first of all, is in somewhat of a satirical fashion. I'm personally victimized by feral cat populations of the state. Yes. And unfortunately, my neighbors have made a choice for the collective that our home and shared spaces can be run over by feral cats. Their sprays, their chemicals, their booze. And I didn't think I'd ever be saying in front of city council saying those words, but we shouldn't have to. They have created a significant issue with, property destruction, the inability for my children to use our grass and yard land. So I am proposing a potential city ordinance that bans the feeding of feral cat populations in city limits. And by doing so, it would also ban the feeding of wild animals, because when you leave food out for cats consistently, you're also feeding possums and raccoons.
That's good. That's good.
I've been chased by 2 raccoons and just had by a possum just trying to walk out the door, and it's really not very kind of me, so.
That's all you want?
That's it, yeah, I'm just proposing ordinance, and
I
I feel
guarantee
that.
I guarantee there's 15 cats in my yard right now.
I took several pictures before I went on my house, if you want photographic evidence of the.
No, I don't think
No, I think we're well aware, we all know, yeah.
We were just at that administration building, which I think was maybe next door here to you, and we had cats come in the office, actually, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you left the door open long enough, there were 2 of them that come up the door.
And I don't know how far this is gonna go, however, I could potentially propose a tiered, system of fines. Obviously, that's not my area of expertise, so that would be someone else's wheelhouse, but
Yeah.
I think we've all been victimized enough by this epidemic, so, yeah. That's it, thank you.
Thanks for coming.
All right, the next thing we have is the public hearing for the grant, block grant?
Basically, CDBG requires us to let anyone know if there is a potential conflict of interest, which there's not necessarily a conflict of interest, there isn't one, but potentially, if there is any property on the list that is owned by the city or owned by someone who is employed by the city, and now there has been a change of ownership of one of the properties, and it is now owned by someone who works for the city, so they want us to disclose that information. One of the properties that was owned by someone else has now been purchased by an LLC that is in partial ownership of an employee of the city. It's been, we have to disclose it. Sorry, I'm sorry, manager. But he's part owner of one of the properties now. We do want to let everybody know he is complying with all the requirements that every other owner has to comply with. He still has to pay the fee and everything, but we did want to disclose that information. And of course, if anyone has any questions or anything, they can always ask me or anybody at City Hall for any information. So basically, if anyone has any questions for us, let me know.
So is that what we needed?
Yeah, and if anyone is here for that very specific reason for that part of this city hall meeting, please sign in. You have these papers to do that with. If not, he has no other paper. Cool.
All right, thank you, Lacey. Okay. Dependent health insurance? So when we had our budget workshop, we had to make some choices, and this was one of those. So what we need for the ordinance is to make a motion to suspend the dependent health care insurance for the rest of this FY, and it's FY '25. Yes. So that will be through September. And then when we do our budget for next year, we'll relook at it, see where we're at. I mean, it might be something we can start up again, but right now, it's just not something that we can afford to do. So I do need a motion and a vote to suspend that for FY '25.
Is the insurance company going to offer a COBRA or something, you know? Like a continue pay on my own type deal?
For
Normally, they
the-
should. Normally, they all.
Normally.
I thought it was a law, like, I hadn't heard anything about it.
Yeah. All right, let me check on it.
Pretty good stuff.
I'll make it up.
And just so we're all clear, it's not health insurance at all, it's just dependent health care.
Just the dependent health insurance. The employee paid health insurance is still actively going. I think we have to keep that by law, actually. It's part of the Affordable Care Act. I need a motion.
Make a motion to suspend dependent health care insurance for
FY '25.
5.
We're backwards.
I'll second that motion.
Kathy Wood,
Yes.
Anthony Campbell,
Yes.
Dan Milligan,
Yes.
Justin Thompson,
Yes.
Leona Kaufman,
Yes.
Jim McLaughlin. Pass 6-0.
So the next thing, we do have the CD, it's for the waste, it's for water and sewer. Right now, it's at, 375,000. It has come up for renewal, do you have your rates on that?
I do.
Okay.
3.88% for 9 months and 3.79 for the 13 months.
What percentage do we have on this last one?
Justin, can you repeat that, please?
I asked what percent was on the current one. I just want to know what the
And
change
is it a 13 or a 12 month?
The one that's coming up due right now is 13 months. It does not say on this. I can look at that real quick if you like.
It's not that important, right?
It's in that range, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
not
closer
closer
to the 3.79. Don't quote me. for the moment.
So what we need to do is we need to decide, do we
What
want
do you
to,
want to play Russian roulette or how much time you're gonna need? You want to go 9 months or 13?
13 months, yeah. But the other thing we need to decide is Nate's getting ready to do his, country club project over there, and his budget's a little bit in the red, so we'd like to hold some of this out to help cover for that project and get that done, and then I think there was something else. Was there something else? Treatment plan, I think, was the other part.
Yeah, the treatment plan. So the 1% that we pay for the ARPA grant, is to cover that cost, the training, or engineering fees.
The engineer fees. So I think Nate requested 75 be held, and then the other 300 be put back into a 9 or a 13 month. What?
Was it 75?
I said 100 the other time. Yeah, I said just to be safe, you take the 100 out of
275?
275, I think it would be back in the CD.
Was that guy from Missouri, you said?
Yes.
Ray, was our race better at Mary's County? I believe so. I could confirm
But I
that.
mean, if the council wants to, we can
We can
check the other.
I'm just bringing that up because the chamber just got one at Mary's County, and I believe our rate was higher than that. I don't know for sure. I'll text and see. Yeah, I feel like our rate.
Do we have 10 days? Because it came due Thursday.
It was on the 7th. So they said,
Until the 17th, what, Monday?
yeah, we have a 10-day, a 30-day.
You guys probably know this.
So, well, no, I mean, it's probably, we should probably should have thought of it. It was,
I felt like our rate was higher. Do you remember?
normally they're all about the
I
same.
can't remember off the top of my head. But I just texted her, which is usually really good at getting back. Yeah.
Okay, so let's decide on the amount that we'd like to hold out. So you want to do the 100 or you just want to do the 75?
I think already have a chance to get this out of the way, to be safe, just do 100 and 75 is about what's needed.
Right, and to be clear, it is water and sewer revenue, so it should. be
Correct,
back in water
that's
and
all.
sewer.
Yes.
I think we got the opportunity, you might as well pull 100,000 out and just put the rest back into the CD.
That'll be what, the CD 275?
Yeah, and I mean, realistically, we don't have to have 10 days, I guess. I guess the person, we can pull it all out, if we're going somewhere else, we're gonna pull it all out anyway.
Yeah. I mean, we can pull it all out and get interest rates and
And lock that 100,000 in and leave the rest to go to another CD somewhere else.
we can do that too, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
But I'd like to decide tonight.
I'm afraid it's a magical text here pretty soon.
It's all typing.
Yeah.
The two that she has right now, she doesn't have the rate, she with her,
It's 3.5%, sorry.
Yeah, 6 months is 3.35 and 1 year is 3.5.
That rate was 3.
3.5.
What was the new rate? 6. Remind me from.
A 9-month was 3.88 and 13-month was 3.79.
So they're better at making it.
Thank you for looking into that.
Yeah, thank you, Liz. Yeah, I mean, it's,
Thanks, Lacey, right?
it's up to, it's whatever you guys want to do. If you want to do the 275, 9 months, at the 3.88. I just need a motion, a vote.
I say you use 3.8 for 9 months, the 275,000.
That's your motion?
That's my motion.
Okay. $275
And then,
with
excuse
the 9
me.
months.
I'm sorry, Kelly. But this is strictly used for water and sewer, correct?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay. I'm sorry, Kelly.
It looks like, the wind uses 3.61. That's what I
That's 790 grant or pending.
For the CDBG. Yeah, it's on the agenda for a couple down, so we'll talk about it in a minute.
I second Kathy's motion.
Kathy Wood,
Yes.
Anthony Campbell,
Yes.
Dan Miller.
Yes.
Justin Thompson,
Yes.
Leona Kaufman,
Yes.
Jim McLaughlin,
Yes.
pass 6-0.
So the next thing we have is our budget amendment. We did have a budget workshop on Tuesday last week. And I think we made some changes, like I said, with the dependent health insurance, but I think there's been a couple things that we had Kelly look at, and I think you're still working those. So I think I'd like to push the vote on the budget amendment to June, if everyone's all right with that. I'd like to table that. We might need to have another workshop.
Sure.
Just to clean everything up, just so everybody knows where we're at. Everyone good with that?
Yep.
So we'll table that budget amendment. And then the wastewater treatment plant, phase 2. So we had a meeting with Jeff Meadows and DNR about the SRF and the CBDG. I need, if you guys want to move forward with phase 2, that's all we really need. We don't need to vote on anything. I guess we probably do need to at some point decide if we want to do the full scope or the reduced scope. Does everybody have the sheet from Archer here? Jeff has that for what it would take for us to borrow for our SRF, what we would get in grants, and the grant from the community development block grant. Nate, do you have any input you'd like to make on this?
So there are some dates coming up pretty quick that we're gonna need some, if we're moving forward, if we're not moving forward, especially for the CDBG grant, I think that's close to $800,000. We just need to know what direction we need to go. If you guys want to do it, if you don't want to do it, we have some dates coming up that we need to know there's some deadlines. So
We have to have a public hearing for that. And then we'll have to have, I have to start signing stuff. I haven't signed anything, I don't think, for phase 2, because I was waiting. If everyone's good with it, we will have to make a decision on what you're gonna borrow with the SRF. And that's midway down. It's either 1.7 or 1.3.
And the big question is funding going to be here the next 5 years? That's a big question. So,
I mean, the one thing they did bring up in the meeting is if we don't do it this year for the SRF, it's 60-40 for the grant. We borrow 40, we get 60. In 27, I think it'll go back to 50-50. So that number that we would have to borrow would go up.
It goes back to 460.
No, it goes back to 50-50. That's what it always is. The SRF is always a 50-50 grant. It could go to 40-60 the other way. It just depends on what kind of funding they get, the state gives them.
Does the state give a lot of funding right now?
No, they're going through cuts just like the federal government. So if we're gonna do this, we probably need to do it.
Yeah.
it's the best time.
I agree. Or we need a motion to continue or just all?
I just need all agreement
agreements,
that we're gonna move forward with this, so.
What do you think, Kelly? Is that it, I guess? We just need to
Do
say
you want a
yes.
motion, Casey, do you think we need a motion, or?
I think it would hurt the motion.
Okay, so yeah, if you'd like to make a motion, Justin. That way we're all set and we know what we're doing.
Do we need numbers in there?
I wouldn't put any numbers, I'd just say to move forward with the project.
I would put it on this.
So the main thing is the public hearing that CDBG is required to put out in order for us to apply has specific details in it. And so when we went to do that public hearing, that's kind of what put the brakes on, because they were saying the amount we were borrowing, and so that's kind of what halted everything. So we just needed to make sure that we were doing phase 2 and all the things. So after we came together and saw the numbers, saw the plan, realized that the funding is way better now than it's gonna be, that's where we need everybody. So the CDBG funding, that's the $790,000 total, $40,000 of that is the administrative part of it. That's gonna be what the full applications due mid-June. So that's what is our pushing. We're not pushing into phase 2 right now, because phase 1's not even done, but that's the deadline.
We'll just have to start
For
with
this-
paperwork.
For the other grant that we have been invited to apply for.
And they're pretty positive, since we've gotten the tear down grant, that they think we'll probably, they put us in line to get this one, but we've got to move forward to get that grant.
I make a motion to move forward phase 2, I guess. That's a 10. That's a weird number.
Yeah, it seems weird.
$2.
Did I hear a second?
And
Oh, I'm sorry.
I guess you put with phase 2 of the wastewater treatment facility upgrades, I guess. That sounds a little better than just,
it's a little.
yeah, a little more professional, I guess.
Kathy Wood,
Yes.
Anthony Campbell,
Yes.
Dan Milligan.
Yes.
Justin Thompson.
Yes.
Leanna Kaufman.
Yes.
Jim McLaughlin.
Yes.
Pass 6-0.
So next we have our city clerk update.
I just have the 6-month financial statement was published in the Dixon Pilot the last week of April, and then handout is there for you guys to review. I would note in the income and disbursements at the top, it does look a bit inflated because of the ARPA. So, the wastewater treatment plan design under disbursements and the ARPA funds and the income, that's a wash. So that's grant funds, but it does come in and out. So, we do have the income, and then the total cash for the cash report is just under 1.6 million, so. We are standing good financially.
And this was in the paper already, right?
Yes, the end of April. You have to, by law, has to run by the end of April.
Okay. Is everyone done? Library update?
This past month, I visited Nancy Taylor's daycare for National Librarian Day. I read with kids, I shared with them what librarians do, and invited them to come visit the library, which some of them already do, but the vast majority of them don't. I did attend the Pulaski County Growth Alliance meeting last month. We were recognized as a place in the county that promotes growth. We were really excited about that. I am asking to attend regularly as a representative of Dixon, and I don't know if you guys remember, I know Anthony Mary was on the council, I'm not sure if Justin was or Leona at that time, but when Mike was mayor and he had asked me to go represent the town at that time at Pulaski County Growth Alliance, and I kind of trailed off because I didn't have a consistent assistant librarian to cover me at the library, so that kind of trailed off. But after going and sitting through that meeting, their meetings are really, really productive, I feel like. And I do think it's imperative for our town to have representation there. We do have a vote on that board, and they did ask me if I could come regularly again. And I'm hoping that that can come to fruition. I did talk to Kelly today, and I did talk with Lizzie, my assistant, and she is definitely okay, of course, with covering the library during that time. And we do have it in our payroll for her to be there at the library while I'm over there. So if you guys are okay with that, I'd like to keep representing the Dixon there. It's only once a month that they have that. So I'd like to continue to go to those meetings. They do a lot to promote growth within the county, and I think that it's very good to go. So if you guys are good with that, I'd like to
I don't
continue.
think there's any issue with the council wanting to do that.
Do they have a fee? They don't have a fee.
No?
Okay.
And the other towns within the county have representation. We have Rockford over there, and of course Waynesville, St. Robert. And there is, of course, lots more representation from the Waynesville, St. Robert area. I'd like to see more from Dixon. I've talked to Ray and Leona both about the council. I'm talking to them, trying to get some more answers on how we can get more representation from the town, from maybe some other organizations as well, from maybe DCA and maybe some other sources from Dixon too, because I think we could use a bigger voice over there as well. So, but if you guys are cool with that, I'm going to continue to do that, have Lizzie cover the library during those meetings. So,
Yeah, because they're during the day, right? They're like lunch
it's
meetings.
in the morning.
Oh, it's in the morning.
It's at 9 a.m. But it's always after I go, like it lasts that long,
Yeah.
a few hours.
I'm just thinking they would like bring through lunch sometimes, maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know. And they may have other things going on that I'm not aware of yet because I've only been to a few meetings, so.
Okay.
We also completed all the necessary webinars for the ALA grant.
What is that meeting? Is it the big, what is that meeting with Pulaski County?
Pulaski County Growth Alliance. They're an organization that basically promotes.
When is it?
Oh, when is it? The third Wednesday of every month.
Okay, I'm interested, I want to.
We've completed all the necessary webinars for the LA grant, and we did receive that $2,000. Tomorrow, we're hosting a community conversation all day, seeking community input on how to use those funds. So if anyone has any input, go ahead and give us that. The tables for the table grant have been ordered. Nathan and his crew will be getting those assembled when they arrive. The Lions Club has graciously decided to provide the guys lunch that day when they do that. So we appreciate them and all the work
they've done on the park. I'm sure you guys have seen all that work. It's really looking good over there, so. And then, the chamber met last month, and we finalized a lot of plans for guys. We, of course, don't have all the details ready, so we don't have an event application quite yet. But we did want to let the council know that we are in the midst of planning. We do have a lot of details ironed out, with some downtown businesses, with the health department, we have a lot of that ironed out. And if council or any departments have any questions or input, please let us know. We're glad to answer any questions that you have.
Now, I have to ask the business license ordinance just came into effect today. Is that going to be for the events this year, or is it going to be held up until 2027? Because I know we had talked about when the ordinance comes into effect, it's not going to affect until next year.
Does it have an effective date on the ordinance? I didn't.
Justin and I talked about it. I wasn't sure it was going to be for counties this year, for the car show this year, for every event this year.
It would be, county visitors would have to pay.
I think it takes effect immediately, right?
As soon as you guys sign it.
Yeah, I didn't know if we had to put a date in there. I didn't think so.
Thank you.
Anything else for Lacey? Police update?
I don't have a lot this month. The storm sirens, they said they didn't set them off because of potential bad weather. We're going to call, or somebody can call and make an appointment, and they'll set them off. They'll check in whenever we want. I hadn't heard of them. I haven't heard of them in a couple months, and now it's tornado season, so I was getting a little panicky myself. Matter of fact, that day I called, the day we're supposed to have all the tornadoes, and they're like, there's no way to check unless we set them off. We're not going to do that now, so. But that's basically, yeah, that's basically the gist on that. But as far as I know, the storm company came, they did fix both of them, they should be working, they just haven't tested them. So, that's it.
Public Works?
We had 3 work orders for the month. We had 1 main breaking outages. We did have 2 sewer backups over the homeowner. Water loss was at 21%. The Country Club Park project, our children has finished the field work of the project. We're waiting on a draft as built. And that should be done within the next couple of weeks. We've been adding oversize to the park at Lions Club. Plan to do around the park and then the drainage ditch down the middle of the park. The progress for phase 1 of the treatment plant, the aerobic digester, has a few weeks left until completion, and then they can start the head works in the next 30 days. We began hauling sludge this week. We'll achieve over 30 loads by the end of the week. And then April ED alarm was sent to DNR, and then the back to sample for satisfaction.
Questions, comments? Nope. All right, I need a motion to go into closed.
Make a motion to go to close.
Second.
Did you say sorry to go to close? You're not ready to close again?
Yes, we have more matters.
I'm tired.
Sorry. We probably, and normally if Daryl's here, he wants to know that when we come out of close this time, we won't have anything, we'll adjourn.
Oh, okay, got it.
Kathy Wood? Yes. Anthony Campbell?
Yes.
Dan Milligan?
Yes.
Justin Thompson?
Yes.
Leanna Cochran? Yes. Jennifer Glover?